Okay. Good. Good afternoon. I hope you all have a good and fantastic week. I would like to clarify some math issue that we had. Okay. So I did show you how to solve equations using a calculator. Okay. And then you realize that the answer that we got don't mean anything, right? So the calculator is good, but the knowledge on when to use it and when not to use it becomes more critical. So I want to look at, I think it was week number 2, okay, that we have to solve this equation over here. Pardon me, yeah, see, doesn't work now. Still don't work. Hold on. Let me do it again. Okay, it's better. So remember, we had this equation, right? I'm going to copy this equation. Okay. So this equation over here, we're going to solve it. And when I use the calculator, the answer was 21.429. Okay. So I'm still going to do it again to see, can you get the number 21.429 on your calculator? Can you remember how to do it? Yes or no? Right. So can you try? Little shift. So 199.15. Now, when you do the exponential, be careful, okay? Power of 199.151 power of minus 3 times by, now when you all do the exponential, right? T indirectly minus 4.364, do not multiply by T, but just put the variable. Don't put a multiplication, okay? Minus 49.151 power of minus 3 exponential function minus 17.682, and then put the variable equal into it, and then shift alpha 0, shift solve. So do you all get, at the end of the day, time is equal to 21.429 seconds, right? Do you all get that? Yes or no? Some of you do, some of you, yes. Hey? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a comma. It's 21,429. You're right. Yeah, my eyes are not well. And I'm not saying that it's wrong. We have to be careful how we interpret this data, okay? Now, if we go now, why it will take so long? Now, 21,429 is 356 minutes. It's a long time, okay? So when we use the Excel, okay, I'm going to show you. If we use the Excel, what is it? So Excel, there are 2 ways of calculating this, okay? So this is the same expression over here, right? This is the same expression that we have drawn. Okay, so this is the same thing. So I taught you guys how to use GoSeek, yes or no? Right? So I'm going to change this value to 0.5 first. Okay. So I'm going to use GoSeek. Okay. So this number over here that you see is X as a function of time. Okay. So you go to data, right? What if go seek, okay? So this value, you want it to be equal to 0. And you want to change this value over here, and then you just put OK, and you just wait. Okay. What that's computed, right? What we see over here is 0.00662878. Okay. So the value that we see over here is what? 1.3 seconds. Okay. And the value over here is 0.000663. To us, this is about 0.6 millimeters. So 0.00663, this is in meters. Okay. So 0.663, if you look at this is 663 micron meter. What is 663 micron meter? Anyone? 6 thickness of your hair. That's how thick it is. Okay. So 1.3073 is not necessary at all. Now, if we were to, now what I want you to do now, I want you to have the confidence, okay? I don't want you all like, okay, the calculator and Excel is not the same answer, okay? And then you throw doubt. So what I want you to do next is do this, okay? I want you to put that equation, but I want you to put this to 0.01 is equal to 199.151 times 10 to the power minus 3 E minus 4.364 T, the same equation. So I want you to bring on the left-hand side to be equal to 0, and then on the right-hand side, I want you to introduce a term minus 0.01. And I will teach this in lecture later on today, why that's the case. So can you enter the number, please? Okay. So I got 199.151. Can you try this and tell me what time you get? So 199.151 power minus 3 exponential function minus 4.364 wrong number. A minus by 49.151 power minus 3 exponential function minus 17.682 A. Then the last one, you put minus 0.01. And then you have to put the whole thing equal to 0 again, okay? And then you press shift solve, okay? It's still thinking. So now what you see, T now is equal to what? 1.213. Can you see that? All right. You got 1.213. Okay. So now if we go back to Excel again, okay, if you go back to Excel again, right? So now we do the same thing. What if go seek? Okay. Now this value, we want to put it into what? What did we say it was? Anyone? 0. What? What did we put? I forgot. 0.01. Okay, so now I put this value to 0.01. And then I solve for this. Okay. And I just put equal. Son of the gun. Let me try again. Let me try from 0, okay? What if go seek? If I don't convince you here, I have to think about another way of doing it. Okay, go for it. Okay, that is 0.10294, okay? But if I change the value to 1.213080442, what do we get? What do we get? Okay, so there's some error. This is what You guys have not been taught this yet. How many of you have taken numerical methods? This is called zeroing error. Okay, and there's also truncation error in this. Okay, so only 2 of you know, but don't worry. Okay, but I want you to have confidence. Confidence in terms of what? Whatever we calculate on our calculator and on Excel has to be the what? The same. Are we clear? Okay. Some of you looking at like, don't panic for now. Okay. Okay. The next equation that we had issue last week. Anyone, any questions so far? So what I just did is I put this number on from my calculator to Excel, and this value is also equal to what? 0.01, 0.001. Are we clear? Okay. Now, there's another way of solving this equation to be very accurate, and I'm just going to teach you how to do it. Okay, so all of you have your computer with you? Okay, good. I mean, some have, but does not matter. You all by now should know that all my lectures are recorded. I want you to go into File and go into Options. Okay, I want you to go into File and I want you to go into Options. When the option commands come out, okay, I want you to click Add-ins. Okay, I want you to hit Add-ins. So you will see solver add-in. Do you all see that? Yes or no? Those of you who have Excel, can you all see solver add-in in the inactive part? Okay. So when you click add-in, okay, and you just click OK, what you see is when you go home or when you go to data, can you see this? You see a what? Solver. Okay. Now this solver is mighty powerful. Okay. I hope so. Okay. So now I'm going to change this number into 0.1 again. Okay. And I'm going to click the solver. Okay. You know what? I'm not tested this yet. I hope it works. Okay. So let's do on this. I'm going to delete this constraint. Okay. So we're going to use the solver. Okay. So now this value over here, I want it to be now equal to 0.001. Okay. And we want it to change this one. Okay. And then we press, oh, it's so nervous. I have not a clue whether it will work. Okay. And when you press solve, can you see now? Yes or no? Right? Now it is the exact what? Answer. Okay. So the solver, it really works to the 0, 0, 0, 0. Goal 6 is just a ballpark figure. Are we clear? So it's so much more accurate using the solver. Okay, as I said, hold on, did I record the lecture? I did. Okay, so you can use the solver now. In the exam time, I'm not expecting you all to bring your Excel spreadsheet. Okay, we only write the what? Final form of the equation. But at any time you need to solve the equation in future, you know what to do. Okay. So the answer is exactly the same. Now, the next one that I want to clarify. Now, when to use the calculator to look for an answer, we have to be really what? Careful also. Okay, what do I mean by that? The next equation that I want to look at, it happens on, I think on also week 2. Week 2 was a bit embarrassing for me, okay? Not giving you, okay. I asked you all to solve for this equation. Oh, come on, Eugene. Let me go higher. Okay, I ask all of you to solve for this equation. Again, my fault. Okay, I did not solve this equation yet, and I asked you to do it, and I feel so bad. Okay, so if you look at this equation now, I have some students showing me by solving it what we could do, because we want to know when this is equal to what? 0, right? E minus 11.023 t, right? 0.15 cos 4.035 t plus by 0.4098 sine 4.035 t. We can drop the exponential function, right? So at the end of the day, we get tangent 4.035 t, and this will be equal to what? I start skipping steps. Minus 0.15 divided by 0.4098. Let me see the other. Yeah, this is correct. Why is it minus? Because we have to bring it across. So when we were to calculate t, this will be equal to, can you all do it on your calculator?